on now. Yeah.
Hit that like and subscribe button. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into why Tekashi 6ix9ine might be going up for murder of Lefty Gunplay. Or, well, let's call it what it is. A one-side slaughter. Slidocious to unrecognizable. They can't even do a open burial. In this corner, we have Tekashi 6ix9ine, the self-proclaimed king of New York, rainbow-haired chaos magnet, and a man who somehow turned being a federal informant into a marketing strategy. And in the other corner, well, there's Lefty Gunplay. Yeah, you heard of him. Maybe not. But don't worry. We're going to get into it. Let's start with some numbers because, as they say, men lie, women lie. But numbers don't. Tekashi 6ix9ine is out here with 10.7 million listeners monthly on Spotify. That's right, 10.7 million. Now, Lefty Gunplay, I had to search for his stats like I was digging through an old garage for a mixtape. After finding him buried under indie playlist and a 1-star SoundCloud review, I realized Lefty's probably pulling like 40 monthly listeners, and half of those are his cousins playing his tracks on repeat to inflate his numbers. Let's talk about YouTube. His views. Tekashi has billions with a B. His music videos are like, a theater blockbuster movie for the hood. GUMMO, almost 1 billion views. GOOBA, bro, dropped that post snitching and still clocked in over 7 million views. Now, Lefty Gunplay, man, his YouTube channel is so quiet, you can hear the crickets between uploads. If Tekashi's views are an ocean, Lefty's are a kiddie pool in someone's backyard. I'm pretty sure his most watched video is a 2-minute promo shot in front of a liquor store, featuring shaky iPhone footage where he's trying to convince us that he's the next big thing. Spoiler alert, he's not. Now, let's talk about this whole greatest SA rapper claim that Lefty Gunplay's been tossing around. My guy, you're not even the greatest rapper on your block. Tekashi, with his rainbow grills and wild antics, managed to get 10 million listeners monthly. Meanwhile, Lefty's over here begging Spotify to round his numbers up so he can break the double digits. If you're going to call yourself the greatest, at least bring receipts. And not the kind you get at 7-Eleven. Here's the thing about Tekashi. Love him or hate him, he knows how to keep people talking. He's out here pulling stunts, dropping tracks, and going viral. All while wearing outfits like that look like Lisa Frank and Hot Topic had a baby. Lefty, on the other hand, is out here like, yo, I'm the hardest SA rapper alive. But bro, if you're so hard, why is Tekashi, who dyes his hair Skittle colors and screams like he stubbed his toe, absolutely destroying you in every metric? Monthly listeners, not even close. Views, not even close. Cultural relevance, forget about it. And don't even get me started on their fan bases. Tekashi's fan base are like a global army. They're from the US, Europe, South America, Mars. Like they're everywhere. Lefty's fan base, it's just him, his homies, and maybe a few people who accidentally clicked on his song while they were, trying to listen to someone else. I'm pretty sure Spotify suggested Lefty's track once, and the algorithm was like, oh, my bad. We didn't mean that. Look, I get it. Lefty probably feels like he's putting in the work. He's got his little studio set up. Maybe he's shooting his music videos in one take to save on editing costs. Respect the hustle, But you can't call yourself the greatest when Tekashi, who literally took a hiatus after snitching, came back and blew past you like you're standing still. It's like Lefty's out here riding a tricycle while Tekashi's in a Lamborghini doing donuts around him. And let's keep it real. Lefty songs, how do I put this nicely? They sound like someone dared their uncle to start rapping after one too many beers at the family barbecue. Meanwhile, Tekashi is dropping tracks that, whether you like them or not, slap in the club. Even his haters are out here like, man, I don't mess with him, but this song kind of goes, shit. So, the numbers don't lie. Tekashi 6ix9ine murdered Lefty Gunplay in every conceivable way. Monthly listeners, Tekashi. YouTube views, Tekashi. Overall cultural impact, Tekashi. And Lefty, well, Lefty just over here watching Tekashi from the sidelines. Talking about, wait till y'all hear my next track, bro. We heard it. So, here's my advice to Lefty Gunplay. Maybe switch lanes. Start a podcast. Open a taco truck. Hell, become a motivational speaker. But if you're going to keep calling yourself the greatest essay rapper while Tekashi's out here running laps around you, you might want to reconsider. Because right now, you're not even in the race. I know, I counted a little. And the number of views and followers on Lefty's behalf are capped. But I will give you the real numbers after I tell you why Lefty Gunplay is a man with no fear of failure. 0. This guy is out here dropping music like he's Tupac reincarnated. But we all know the truth. He's got 2 reasons he's so fearless. Either he's on some top tier pharmaceutical inspiration, or his crew has gassed him up so hard he thinks he's the Mexican Eminem. Listen, I'm not here to hate. No hate in my blood. None. I'm just calling it how I see it and how I hear it. And trust me, if you've heard his music, you know it's hard to unhear. That one hit, fire. I'll give it to him. But everything else, it's like listening to me trying to freestyle after 2 shots of tequila and life experience. My bars would sound like, yeah, I'm here. I'm with my beer, making the bag from Tuesday to Tuesday, and I'm the best essay rapper alive. That's Lefty, except his homies are in the back yelling, Orale, that's fire, Holmes, that's fire. So let's get into why Lefty Gunplay has no fear of failure. Reason number 1. He's on some really good creative supplements, if you catch my drift. And I'm not saying that as an insult. I mean, some of the greatest artists in history were on something. But Lefty, he's out here making songs like, yo, I'm the king of the block. And you're like, bro, the only block you're running is the one on Minecraft. But let's be real. It's the gas from his crew that really keeps him going. You know, the type of people I'm talking about, right? These are the same friends who would tell you, bro, you could totally dunk on LeBron James. Meanwhile, you're only 5'4" and can't even touch the net. They're not being real with him. They're out here hyping him up like, say, you're the next big thing. Everyone else is just hating. Nah, bro. They're not hating. They're just listening with both ears and one brain. Imagine the studio sessions. Lefty drops a verse and it sounds like, I got my tacos. I got my Glock. Oh, I'm unstoppable. Check my Spotify though. And his homies are losing their minds like, that's the hardest thing I ever heard. Grammy worthy, homie. Meanwhile, the producers in the back Googling, how do I tell someone they suck without ruining their self-esteem? Let's talk about the one-hit wonder situation. Every rapper has that one song. The song that makes everyone say, oh, yo, this guy might have something. And for Lefty, he had that moment. That one song was fire. The beat slapped. The hook was catchy. And for a minute, we all thought, okay, Lefty might really be on something. Then came the rest of the tracks. And man, it was like he gave up halfway through writing them. It's like, bro, did you freestyle this entire album in the bathroom? Did you record this on your cousin's Xbox headset? You know those songs where you're like, did he just rhyme taco with taco? Come on, Lefty. Give me something to work with here. But here's the thing. Lefty doesn't care. He's out here performing at car shows, quinceañeras, and backyard barbecues like he's selling out Madison Square Garden. He'll have 12 people in the crowd, but in his mind, it's 12,000. That's fearlessness, man. Or delusion. Either way, it's impressive. Now, let me clear something up. I'm not hating on Lefty Gunplay. None at all. I respect the hustle. It takes guts to put yourself out there, especially in a world where everyone's a critic. But let's keep it real for a second. Sometimes you need people who love you enough to say, homie, this ain't it. Like, if I dropped a song tomorrow and it sounded like, I'm drilling on the oil rig, living big, eating figs, I'd hope someone would pull me to the side and say, bro, stop. Stick to your day job. That's love right there. But Lefty's crew? Nah. They're over here saying, bro, that's the next platinum single. So what's the takeaway here? First, Lefty Gunplay has no fear of failure because he doesn't let it exist in his world. He's either too hyped up or too high up to care. And honestly, there's something we can all learn from that sometimes. You just gotta say, screw it, and go for it. Even if you crash and burn. But here's the second takeaway. Find people who love you enough to tell you the truth. Because the truth is, not everyone's going to be the greatest essay rapper alive. Some people are meant to be one-hit wonders, and that's okay. At least they had that one hit. So shout out to Lefty for living his dream. And shout out to me for listening to all his songs so you don't have to. So now let's get into the real numbers, for reals. Tekashi 6ix9ine, born Daniel Hernandez, is a prominent American rapper known for his distinctive style and significant presence across various social media and streaming platforms. So here's an expert overview of his current followers and listeners versus Lefty Gunplay's. Alright, Instagram, Tekashi 6ix9ine's followers, approximately 25 million versus Lefty's 310,000 followers on two accounts. TikTok, Tekashi, 6.89 million. Lefty, 224,000. Facebook, 4.1 million versus Lefty, 31,000. Tekashi's subscribers, 22.6 million on YouTube with 6.7 billion versus Lefty's 25,000. Spotify, 10.7 million listeners a month versus 512,000 a month of Lefty's. That's crazy. And Tekashi's got 7.1 billion streams versus Lefty's 200 million. So, if you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments who you think really got that best SA rapper spot. Until next time, stay humble, stay hustling, and stop gassing up Lefty Gunplay, man. Come on now.